Have you ever started something, a workout plan, a new habit, a goal, and then life happened? You missed a day. You made a mistake. Things got hard, and somewhere in there, you just stopped. Hey, it's Coryne, your mental performance coach for everyday life. And welcome back to Everyday MVP. Today, I want to talk about something I wish more of us remembered. Commitment isn't a one-time decision. It's something you have to keep choosing, especially when you mess up, things get hard, or life throws you a curveball. The real skill isn't staying perfect, it's recommitting. So, why is that so hard? Why do so many of us quit after one mistake? It's because our brains often fall into a thinking trap called all or nothing thinking. It's the voice that says, if I can't do this perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all. One missed workout turns into, I've already ruined the whole week. One hard conversation avoided turns into, I'm just bad at this. Or you lose patience with your kids once and tell yourself, I'm failing. All or nothing thinking shows up everywhere in our health, our relationships, our work. And it's sneaky because it doesn't feel like giving up. It feels like we're being honest with ourselves, saying, I clearly can't do this right now, so what's the point? But that's not honesty. That's a thinking trap, convincing you to quit before you have a chance to grow. So here's what I want you to remember. One small step is better than no step. Growth doesn't require perfection. It requires progress, even if that progress is one small step, even if that progress is imperfect. And I know this because I've been there. There was a season where I wasn't just inconsistent, I had stopped showing up for something that mattered deeply to me. A few years ago, I stepped away from my business. After having kids, I felt a little lost. Not because I didn't care anymore, but because I had changed. My priorities had changed, and I wasn't sure what I wanted my work to look like anymore. I wasn't sure how my business fit into this new season of life. I still loved coaching, but I didn't want to build my business in a way that took time away from my kids. So instead of figuring out a new way forward, I just stopped. And 2 years went by. It wasn't until after my third kid was born that I started again. But I didn't try to pick it up where I'd left off. I started this podcast. And now I use that content to support my business. I didn't wait until I had it all figured out. I just took one small step, one episode, and let that lead to the next step. And looking back, I realized I wasn't starting over, I was recommitting. Because starting over makes it feel like everything before it was lost. Like the time you or I spent learning, growing, trying, and becoming doesn't count anymore. But recommitting is different. Recommitting says, life changed. I changed. And I'm choosing what matters from where I am now. When I came back to coaching, I wasn't trying to become the person I was before I had kids. I was figuring out what commitment looked like in this new season of my life. That's what recommitting really is. It's not going backward, it's moving forward with the person you've become. And sometimes moving forward looks a lot smaller than we expect. It might not be the full plan, and it might not look like what we did before, but it still counts. Something is better than nothing. My fitness coach says that to me all the time. And it applies way more. It applies to way more than just fitness. And I think that's why this idea of recommitting matters so much. Because the hardest part of recommitting usually isn't knowing what to do next. It's getting past the story we've told ourselves about why we can't. It's catching that all or nothing thought and replacing it with a more helpful one. I don't have to do everything, I just have to do something. So the next time you lose momentum, whether it's with a habit, a goal, or a commitment to yourself, remember, that moment doesn't define you. What matters is being willing to take the next step when you can. So, here's your MVP challenge for this week. Think of one area of your life where you've been stuck in the all or nothing thinking. Maybe you missed a few workouts and decided the whole plan was ruined. Maybe you've been avoiding a goal because you feel like you should have started sooner. Maybe you had a setback and convinced yourself it wasn't worth trying again. This week, don't focus on starting over. Focus on recommitting. Ask yourself, what is the smallest step I can take today? Not the perfect step, not the step that makes up for lost time, just the next step. Because commitment isn't proven by never losing momentum. It's proven by your willingness to come back. You will have seasons where things change. You will have moments where you fall short. You will have times when the plan doesn't go the way you expected. The goal isn't to never get off track. The goal is to remember that you can always choose again. You don't have to become who you were before. You don't have to erase the time that passed. You just have to decide what matters and take one step toward it. Because something is always better than nothing. And remember, Mind League team, your most valuable player is you. Every day is a new day. Breathe in, breathe out. You've got this.